Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back. It is Friday. So get your dancing in, get your dancing shoes on. You are here at the studio that is practicing positivity, the studio. So go ahead, settle in. It's 12:30 Eastern time. So this Friday, as I shared in that quick update note, just to let you all know, I'm doing a little pop-up today. And today I wanted us to spend just a little bit of time. I wanted to come in and talk to you all on the 3G network. That's the 3G network. Now, remember, today's title is, listen, how to turn losses into gains, how to take the fails and turn them into wins. Wait, what? Wait, yes, that's what I said. How to take the loss and create it into a win for you. And there are just three things that I want to share that I'm learning as I'm really taking this time in my life, in this time of the year, in this time of our own shared community and history together, to really get down into, hey, what gives you the juice to keep going forward and to keep bringing the best of who you are, even in the worst of circumstances. So today, that 3G network or that 3G framework that I want to share with you about how to take the loss and convert it into a win. So here's where I want to start. First of all, you're in the studio, practicing positivity, the studio to be specific. And if you look at the bottom of the screen, here's what we do here. Everything that I've said so far gives you a heads up and a clue into what it is that we do and what you can expect. So this is our shared learning, living laboratory where you can discover, you can pull the curtain back and uncover, and you can wrap your arms around and recover those things that give you energy, that put some zest and zing back in your life for the purpose of what? Living a life that you desire, that you deserve, and putting those tools and those pens in your hand that you design. So that's what we do here in the studio. Today, we're talking about how to take the losses and create them and convert them into wins. So I've got 3Gs that I want to share. The first is, when you get a good loss under your belt, the first thing to do is to make sure that you are remembering the loss. That particular metric doesn't have anything to do with your identity. It doesn't have to do with your person. It doesn't have to do with your humanity. It has to do with, hey, what was your plan? Hey, what was your process? Hey, what tools did you have? Did you have all the knowledge that you needed? It's an assessment of what happened in relation to an intention or a goal that you set. The second thing that I want to say about that, okay, wait a minute now. I've had a fail, and this, if it doesn't have anything to do with my person, my identity, who I am with a capital I and AM, then let me take a look at, is this goal really aligned with my purpose in the first place? Am I hitting the loss? Am I hitting the stumbling block? Did I do the face plant because I was headed in the wrong direction, or I was headed in a direction that runs counter to my values, that runs counter to the desires of my heart, that runs counter to what I really am here to do in the first place? So that's that first G. I want you to remember here, you got to give yourself some grace. The grace, I know I was talking about the goal, but you got to give yourself grace. The fail isn't a demonstration of your person or a definition or description of your identity. It's merely a source of information on process, protocol, knowledge base, implementation, execution, and direction. So that's the first G. The second G, I do want to dig into now, that goal, which I kind of am dovetailing to. Hey, let me make sure that I've actually chosen a goal that's going to make something of me. We've already taken care of, because the goal isn't going to define me, but the goal is, if I've chosen and I've designed it and defined that goal well, that result that I'm going for, well and I've anchored it in my purpose, that goal will make something of me. So, what I'm learning is I've spent my entire life looking at the fails and the losses of my life as those things that have given me, I've used them as evidence to say, see, I told you you couldn't do it. See, I told you you weren't good enough. See, I told you you weren't as smart as. I told you as smart as, please note the alliteration, smart as, not the other smart fill in the blank. But see, I told you that the self-talk that would come beyond the fails were all about me as a person, me as an identity, me as a being, rather than, wait a minute, is that goal really something that's aligned with what I want to do? Or is that goal something I'm trying to keep up with the Joneses? I'm trying to do what, Keisha and John and Gertrude and Johan are trying to do. And it might be lighting their fire. It might be setting their whole soul aflame, but it's not my thing. It's not my medicine. It's not the match that lights me up and sets it off for me. And if you here's the secret that I want you to know about that G, this second G, that goal, setting the right goal for you. I mentioned the purpose word, anchoring your goals in your purpose. If you get your coordinates off enough times, you can easily convince yourself that this is about you. Something's wrong with you, as opposed to, I want you to start asking yourself right off the bat, is this a goal that I defined and designed in alignment with what I am up to, what I'm trying to make of myself in this moment? So the way that you own the loss, the way that you own the fail, it starts even before you get to the point of decision or the point of reckoning. What happened or didn't happen? You did it or you didn't. You got it or you lost it. We're actually asking you to start way back with, what are you planning? What's your goal? What are you defining? And how are you defining that goal out? And are you being clear with what this goal will make of you and owning that? And part of the ownership comes with anchoring that goal into the purpose that you've defined for yourself in that moment, or the big capital P purpose for your life. But you got to own it. And by owning it, you got to anchor it in something that is you, right? That is at the core of you. Now, the third G is gratitude. How do you convert the loss to the win? How do you flip that fail inside out? You get grateful in the midst of the loss. And I know this is the one that takes the most resilience. This is that G that takes the most resourcefulness. This is that G that even may take the best, listen for this R, relationships. Because sometimes you're going to need somebody to speak something over you. They're going to have to kind of guide you a little bit, and having a conversation that goes something like this. Oh boy, yeah, that sounds like that was a real hard knock. But okay, let's take 30 seconds where you can grieve about it, and you can cry about it, and you can complain about that person and what they took and how they shouldn't have and what happened and how you got cheated. You can get all of that out, clear the deck, clean the windshield, as I like to say. Then I want you to come back to, remember we said anchoring and purpose. What is that goal going to make of you in the first place? Then you're going to get grateful. Okay, now I'm looking at this circumstance. I don't quite know what's good about this, but I'm going to check it out. I'm going to inquire. I'm going to dig up under. What have I learned here? What did this failure teach me that a win couldn't? What did this fail teach me and give me that the success would have left far, far out of my periphery, because I would have gotten what I wanted. I wouldn't really have seen anything else around it, right? A fail can help you pay what? Undivided attention. What went down here? And I'm going to ask you to remember to look at it. What did I learn here? So you want to bring an unabashedly explicit positive bias in your gratitude review of your fail. What did I learn here? What did this loss make of me? How did this loss help me to become more of what I have said I want to be, more resilient, more resourceful? How in the world, what insights, what wisdom can I take from this loss that weren't available to me before? Holy camoly, I learned, listen, don't let Nicole sit down and have to do some of the technical pieces on Zoom production. I love y'all dearly, but if we're in a Zoom workshop together, you best believe I got to have me some help on the back end so I can give you the best of me, right? So what did I learn? I learned, you know what? If I'm not willing to step up, suit up, and show up in my most intimate relationships, boy, you know, you can take those things for granted. People can pick up and decide, you know what? I got to move on from here. We had a good thing going way back when, but now something has changed. I don't even see you anymore. Right? So there's something that's present in the loss, even when it's hard, even when the bruise is still sensitive, even when the wound is still healing. There's wisdom that can come in the loss that would be completely invisible to you in the win. So how to take the loss and make it into a win is, first of all, you own it. And what I mean by own it, that's not just a marker of responsibility, though that's essential. And inside of owning it, what I mean by that is that you actually say, how did I even set that goal? Did I anchor it in something that I have decided to go for? And did I choose a goal that could make something of me? Or did I choose some busy work so that I could say I checked it off my list? Did I choose something big enough and bold enough to make me bigger, bolder, stronger, wiser, more loving, more open, more humble, more engaged? What did you choose? And this could be something related to the simple things in life, a big project at work, your family and marriage at home, how you engage with your neighbors, but you want to dial it in and own it. Own the goal. That's where we get the juice. But we got to step up and own it. So when we say 100% responsibility here in the studio, I don't want you to just own it after everything has happened and you're kind of looking around and doing your assessments. Own it in the design studio, because you're going to own who you're saying you're going to be and what it is that you're trying to do. So hit me up in the chat, in the comments. Let me know if you are picking up these 3 insights, the 3 G's that help you convert the loss to a win. Remember, set a goal worthy of you. Listen, if it's all about becoming the best of who you are, wins and losses, it doesn't matter. They're the same. They're both things that help you become who you've said you want to be. Own them. And then be willing to take the time to take a look. Second G, grace. Remember, the fails are not defining who you are. The fails are giving you good feedback and information on what happened. And hey, were you headed in the right direction in the first place, right? They're giving you some great assessment data. And thirdly, gratitude. As you're looking at your loss, as you're looking at your fail, the way that you can flip that loss or that fail into a win for you is to, with gratitude and with grace, take a good look at what happened so you can learn how to be better the next go around. So with that, I am saying thank you for joining me here in the studio. It is a joy and pleasure every week that I'm in here with you all. I'm still lining up the calendar, so bear with me and be patient as I get folks in line and we head into the holidays here in the United States. But we are going to end this year strong and begin the next being better, wiser, stronger, and who we declare ourselves to be, not who the circumstances say we should be. So with that, I want to say have a fantastic weekend. Have a phenomenal Friday, and I will see you soon. The music that is up under us is Take It Easy by Joaquin Carud, of course, copyright free. You can find it in the YouTube audio library. So take it, check it. and I will see you soon. Thank you. Keep winning, keep losing, but most of all, keep growing. See you next time.